news coming in. The Prime Minister will get the COVID vaccine shot in the second phase of the vaccination program. Remember, right now we're in the first phase when 3 crore people who are frontline workers will all be vaccinated. In the second phase, people above the age of 50 will be vaccinated, and all chief ministers, as well as legislators above the age of 50 will get the vaccine shot in the second phase. So right now we're in the first phase, but that's the big breaking news. The Prime Minister will be getting vaccinated in the second phase of the vaccination program. Let's go across to Akhilesh now for more. And Akhilesh, the vaccine drive so far has seen a little bit of vaccine hesitancy that has been a concern, but great news here that the Prime Minister, it's been announced that he will get the vaccine in the second phase.
Yeah, absolutely, Gargi. See, there was some confusion as far as the vaccination of the representatives was concerned. And in the last Chief Minister's meeting, the Prime Minister has made it very clear that nobody will be allowed to jump the queue, and everybody will get the vaccine once the turn comes. Because there was a demand from Haryana Chief Minister, there was a demand from Puducherry Chief Minister, Bihar Health Minister, that all the public representatives, they should be given priority along with the health workers and the frontline workers, and they should be administered the vaccine in the first phase itself. But the PM had made it very clear that nobody will be allowed to jump the queue. And the message had gone because of that these representatives, they are hesitant to get vaccination, and that's why there is some hesitancy among the health workers, and we have seen that the rate is not that much as it was expected. So now it has been made very clear that in the second phase, when all the 27 crore people who are above 50 years of age, or those who are below 50 but they are suffering with hypertension or the diabetes, they will be given vaccination. And in that time, Prime Minister, President, all the governors, Chief Ministers, MPs, MLAs, all of them, they will be covered in the second phase.
Right, Akhilesh, though there's still some time to go for the second phase, because in the first phase, as we were discussing, it's 3 crore health workers and, frontline workers who have to be vaccinated. So far, it's, a few days of the vaccination drive, and over some 6 lakh people have been vaccinated so far in the country. So given that rate, it's going to be a couple of weeks that we're expecting before the second phase begins?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it will take at least 3 to 4 months before the second phase begins. But now there's also a demand that, some people should be allowed to jump the queue, and those who are willing, they should be given the vaccine first because the health workers, they are not very keen to get the vaccine. So this talk is also going on. But just to, instill the confidence among the people and especially among the health workers, this has been disclosed that, all the public representatives, they'll be given vaccination in the second phase itself.
Right, and this announcement especially will, build more confidence in the vaccine program. We saw earlier at a press conference, the centre had asked states that, do more to build confidence in the vaccine, and that we have to overcome vaccine hesitancy. So this will be a big boost for that.
Yeah, we have seen that Dr. Paul, he himself, who has taken the vaccine, he was in the press conference, and he told the health workers that, they should not be hesitant in getting the vaccination, because the goal of the government is to, make the health facilities COVID-proof. And they want to start non-COVID services in the hospitals as soon as possible. And that is the reason why the government is very keen that all the health workers should get the vaccination as soon as possible. And in fact, there were some glitches in the COVID application, and those glitches have been, modified. And there's a new update for the COVID app has also been given. So now the procedure has been made much easier for all the health workers. And this announcement, of course, will instill more confidence among them that, if the Prime Minister, President, all of them are ready to take the vaccination in the second phase, and they do not want to jump the queue, because the reason why the Prime Minister has made it very clear, because he does not want to create or promote the VVIP culture, which is, very frequent in India. And that is the reason why Prime Minister has made it very clear that, nobody should be given the priority. The priority is only is for the health workers and the frontline workers. And that is why he has said it that nobody will be allowed to jump the queue.
All right, Akhilesh, thanks so much for joining us with the latest news there. Well, that's the big breaking news coming in. The Prime Minister will also be vaccinated in the second phase of the vaccine program, including chief ministers and legislators. That's when people over 50 will be vaccinated. In the second phase, the Prime Minister too will be vaccinated.